seatbelt sign. Whenever it's switched off and you happen to be in your seat, please keep your seatbelt fastened just for your own safety and comfort.
Every journey begins with a prayer, a solemn request from the core of the heart. It may be a leisure trip, a pilgrimage, or a travel in search of better opportunities to a foreign land.
Then about going to Dubai, the बाबा जी की मेहर है, मैं यहाँ इसलिए आया हूँ, मैं अपने एरोप्लेन चढ़ाऊँगा, फिर मैं बाबा जी की मेहर होगी तो मैं वहाँ जाऊँगा.
There is no respite for the rush in the Visa Gurudwara in Talahan, Punjab. It is the 100-year-old Sikh worship place, which is the first port of call for people who have migrated and planning to migrate from in and around Punjab. As it is called the Visa Gurudwara, it is no surprise that the offering is, in fact, a replica of an aircraft. The number of successful migrants in society inspire those that want to migrate. All of them want to emulate the experiences of the successful. They rely on people in their own family and friends, or even their own recruiting agent. The story of Majida is an example of the exploitation of the migrant workers. She was not paid for work, and adding to injury, she was ill-treated by the employer.
പയ്യ മൂന്നിൻ്റെ തൊട്ട് വിളിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങി, ഉമ്മ ഞാൻ മരിച്ചു പോകും, ഉമ്മ എന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഒരു കാലത്തേക്ക് എന്നെ രക്ഷപ്പെടുത്തിയമ്മ.
Like Majida, there are thousands of others who are migrating to different parts of the world for a good job and a regular income. A study has found that people who migrate depend and trust agents in the locality. They do this without checking their credentials rather than going to a credible agent far from their area. There are around 16 million Indians working abroad, and in 2015 they had remitted $62.74 billion. India received the highest remittance in the world, and it amounts to 3.3% of its annual GDP.
Grama Prajalaku,
These are the successful migrants who have migrated with the help of sub-agents. For them, these agents are an anchor of hope in their life.
मेरा इधर गांव में उसका फ्रेंड है, वो बोला मैं कि तो ऐसा ऐसा इधर आया है और कंपनी में काम है, तुम जाए तो बताओ, इधर मेरा लोकल कहीं क्या मालूम है उसको, मैं बताएगा ऐसा बोल के वो दिया. तो पूरा नाम मेरे को कितना मालूम है, मेरे फ्रेंड से उसको पासपोर्ट भी एक महीने में मैं गया.
మా ఆయన మా పిల్లలకు ఇక్కడ ఫాదర్ లేడని చెప్పేసి ఎంత ఏదనికి కష్టమైనా కానీ అన్నిటికీ నేను దగ్గర ఉండి చూసుకుంటూ ఎన్ని కష్టాలైనా ఇప్పటికైతే చేసుకుంటూ వస్తున్నాము.
काम तो इधर मिलता है लेकिन पैसा नहीं है ना मिलता है. पैसे के लिए जाएगा तो बाहर भी पैसा मिलेगा तो काम करेगा, नहीं तो आ जाएगा वापस. क्या करेगा? पैसा है ज़िंदगी में, आदमी को पैसा ही है, पैसा है तो ज़िंदगी है.
അതായത് എൻ്റെ ഒരു സ്നേഹിതൻ ഗൾഫിൽ വിട്ട് വന്നിരുന്നു. അയാളെ കണ്ട് സംസാരിച്ചു, നിങ്ങൾ പോന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഞങ്ങൾ നോക്കിക്കോളാം, ജോലി കിട്ടിക്കോളും. അതിനുശേഷം ലാഞ്ചിൽ പോകാനായിട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ പുറപ്പെടും കൂടി. പിന്നെ ഒരു ഏജൻറ്റ് കിട്ടി, വാർനാട്ട് ഹുസൈൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ആളാണത്. അയാൾ ഏൽപ്പിച്ചത് 800 രൂപ അയാൾക്ക് ചാർജും കൊടുത്തു. ഈ 800 രൂപ കൊടുത്തിട്ട് അയാൾ ഞങ്ങളെ ലാഞ്ചിയിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോയി മാത്രം.
मैं इधर खन्ने में गाड़ी चलाता हूँ, टैक्सी. और जो हमारा बेटा 3 साल से दुबई गया हुआ है, वो G7 वाले ने भेजा था, और उधर में 30,000 रुपया महीना का कमा लेता है.
मेरी सहेली को मैं बोली थी मैं जाना चाह रही, तो उन्होंने कोई एजेंट के ज़रिए से मेरे को भेजे. बात यही है. और मेरे को ज़रूरी सी तकलीफ़ महसूस हुई वहाँ 3-4 महीने के बाद. फिर मैं आना चाह रही बोले तो एजेंट के ज़रिए से मेरे को बुला लिया, और कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
The so-called sub-agents of recruitment agencies are almost always a resident of the village. It is from their own village that they run the recruitment. These sub-agents are mostly returning migrants or individuals who have knowledge about the process involved in migration. This sub-agent, with more than 30 years of recruitment experience, tells us how he entered into this profession.
So after coming here, I told you in Muscat one, my relation is there. That fellow telephoned me. Kalahat Services, it is the biggest cleaning company in Muscat in those days. They wanted 20 guys. So my relation telephoned me, Bhaskar, you know the company, I need some people. Means here only I collected 10 guys, I took them to Delhi. Successfully they have gone. I could make 1 or 2 lakhs in the increment. So then I thought, going Gulf will everything is waste.
The Immigration Act of India regulates India-based recruiters by requiring them to obtain licenses. There is no provision for another person to take part in this process. The Indian Act prohibits anyone engaged in recruitment without a license, and to do so is a criminal offense.
The Immigration Act of 1983 has probably now outlived its utility. And that act has a very limited scope. It only regulates activity if it is related to recruitment. So any consultant can get out of the net by saying, I am not doing recruitment. I am only running a consultancy.
Without registration, sub-agents' activity is illegal, and they often vilified as unscrupulous middlemen or traffickers. But in reality, formal stakeholders such as recruitment agencies or employers often cannot operate without their existence. This recent incident happened in Telangana state. During a mass recruitment rally, several sub-agents were arrested for overcharging and bringing workers for the interview. Even though the recruitment was genuine and provided work for around 1,000 workers.
In fact, Telangana people got benefited by this recruitment, no doubt. We are appreciating. Sub-agents are helping a lot for Gulf recruitment. We are only demanding to regularize them into the government of Telangana or government of India. Why don't they do it?
This documentary is looking at the other side of this angle. We cannot underestimate the role of sub-agents. They are trusted by workers as a critical source of information and a reference for complaints. Sub-agents run detailed background checks prior to establishing a working relationship with an agency in order to ensure the respectability of the new business partner, acting at the same time as a screening service to prospective workers.
Even if we get a job offer from a company, we have the job offer in our hand. We can take a photograph of it. We got WhatsApp, we got Facebook, we got so much social media right now active these days. We can just send it to one of our friends and sitting in those countries.
My job is not to just bring people and just put them in line and this. No, this is not my job. My job is to make them aware of everything about the company, about their salaries, about their job responsibilities. Even it is not the people. I have to take care of the company also, because we are catering services. This is manpower. We are supplying manpower, international manpower.
मैंने अपना ट्रेड सेंटर खोल लिया है खुद का. अब वहाँ पे लड़के को मैं काम सिखाता हूँ, कारपेंटर का, मैसन का, स्टील फिक्सर का, और काम सिखा के बाद उनको मैं इंटरव्यू पे लेकर जाता हूँ और वहाँ जाके वो पास करते हैं कंपनी के इंटरव्यू जो उधर से दुबई के लिए, वो फिर जहाँ से चले जाते हैं.
Sub-agents have a different version of their role and responsibility. In their version, their work is more challenging than that of a recruiter or any government agency.
अपनों पर पूरा विश्वास करके उनको पैसा देता है. ये पैसा मैं जाके बम्बई में देता है. बम्बई वाला भी झटका देते जंप करता है. वीज़ा कल आएंगे परसों आएंगे बोलता है, और उस पासपोर्ट भी गया होता है. अब जो पैसा बंद हो वो भी ख़त्म हो गया, जो बोर्ड चेंज करता है. बम्बई में 1 महीना 2 महीना बढ़ता है, आता करके रो के वापस आता है. जेब से एजेंट अपना पॉकेट से पैसा लेकर आके उधार लेता है. 4 आदमी के पास जाके उधार लेके उसका दोबारा पासपोर्ट निकलता है, दोबारा पैसा दे के और कोई ऑफिस पकड़ के आदमी की बेचता है.
There are many stages involved in the recruitment. It is a complex process, and hence dealing with the person who wants to migrate is a Herculean task.
सब लोग कभी कंपनी के वीज़ा में जाएगा, तुमको 600 तनख्वाह मिलेगा. ओके, कंपनी में मिलेगा चांस है. ये कल भी विजिट में जाएगा, वो कुछ 1500 तनख्वाह मिलेगा उसको. अगर बैड लक उसको पकड़ा गया तो इंडिया आ जाएगा, नहीं है तो 2 साल 3 साल 4 साल काम करेगा. अच्छा हुआ तो एजेंट अच्छा है, अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो के वापस आएगा, फिर एजेंट को भेजो तुमने भेजा है, हमको पैसा वापस दो.
Even if a sub-agent successfully places a migrant worker, government and society will not recognize their duty. No one will look at the ground reality.
Show me your hand.
When a complaint is received from the employee, police and governments usually blame the sub-agent only and never ask the agent about the real issue.
सुबह 4 बजे उठ के काम पे जाना पड़ता है. उधर कोई नहीं उठेगा नहीं है कोई सुबह. इधर तो 8 बजे 9 बजे 10 बजे तक सोता है. वो कैसा उठेगा उधर जाके? उधर काम नहीं करेगा, वो वापस आएगा. वो उधर वो बोलेगा खाना नहीं है, इधर हमको रूम नहीं है, काम नहीं है बोलेगा. काम रहेगा सब रहेगा 99% सबको काम रहेगा, लेकिन अपना जान पूछ के काम नहीं करेगा.
Different stakeholders of society, as well as sub-agents themselves, argue that they need some method of registration or some way to legalize their service in this industry. Most of them denied that they are overcharging any intending migrant worker.
अच्छा आदमी को देख के कार्ड दे दो, लाइसेंस दे दो. वो 50,000 50 लाख में को कमाया, डुबा के कमाया, वो लोग पब्लिक को डुबा के कमा के लाइसेंस ले रहा है. वो पब्लिक को लेके डुबा के भाग के 50,000 लाख रुपए कोट रुपए लेके वो लाइसेंस लेके धंधा कर रहा है. मैं ऐसा नहीं है, मैं 2000 में काम करता है.
हम लोग एक ही बात बोल रहा हूँ भाई, हम लोग को एक लाइसेंस जैसा लाइसेंस ऑर्डर जैसा थोड़ा लाइसेंस का हम लोग दिलाओ, अपना डिपॉजिट कर ले. आप ऐसा भी कैसे दो, एजेंट लोग इंक्वायरी करो कौन अच्छा कर रहे कौन नहीं कर रहे. 10 साल से कर रहा हूँ, एक पुलिस में एक कंप्लेंट भी मेरा नहीं है.
The informality of sub-agents' operations presents a challenge for states in regulating their activities. Policymakers have to rethink their stand on sub-agents.
And before sending this unemployed youth, they have to be given an undertaking to the government. So and so person we have recruited, we are assuring him to provide so and so employment. This we undertake such affidavit or such assurance. If this sub-agent gives, it's well and good.
The time has come for a policy change on sub-agents, the informal intermediaries in the recruitment industry. A small step towards this goal has been taken in Punjab a few years ago. The state of Punjab has formulated their own law for regularizing this informal sector.
Fortunately, Punjab is the only state in the country to have made a Punjab Travel Professionals Regulation Act. It was previously known as the Punjab Prevention of Human Smuggling Act. That every kind of consultant, he may be in education consultancy, recruitment, or sending groups or tours abroad, or even doing ticketing, he has to compulsorily register himself with the district magistrate, so that people only go to registered agents. And the entire purpose is that illegal immigrant agents who use wrong means will shy away from this exercise.
In Punjab, after a series of court battles, the law was enforced in 2014. Under the law, any consultant, agent or advisor dealing in overseas travel cannot operate without a license.
कि हमें गवर्नमेंट लाइसेंस दिया और चीफ रेट पे दिया है, इतना महंगा नहीं है. 25,000 मोर देन 1 लाख, तो इतना ज़्यादा महंगा नहीं है. आप लो और सही तरीके से अपने दुकान में ऑफिस में बैठो और प्रॉपर काम करो और लोगों को प्रॉपर एडवाइस करो और सही तरीके से भेजो कि फ्यूचर में लोग आपको सल्यूट करें.
Even though the registered recruitment agents are not happy with the law, the act was put in place for regulating the operations of travel agents with a view to check their illegal and fraudulent activities, especially human trafficking.
ये लॉ जो गवर्नमेंट ने जो किया गलत किया. 25,000 की बैंक गारंटी एंड वो इशूदा लाइसेंस, उसको ऐड देने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है.
But as per the records, only 240 agents were registered across Punjab against the actual number of such consultants and agents running into several thousands.
यहाँ पे 5-6 हज़ार एजेंट है, 5-6 हज़ार जो भी रजिस्टर्ड है, जिनकी लिस्ट निकाली है 240 है जिनके पास लाइसेंस है पंजाब जलंधर में. और बाकी के बाद इलीगल काम करते हैं, उनके ऊपर ये पर्चे दर्ज हो रहे हैं, अभी FIR रजिस्टर हो रही है. अभी वो बाहर निकल जाएंगे मार्केट से, वो गंद डालते हैं.
If this is the story in Punjab, where a law is present to ensure fair migration, the real story from other parts of India would be far more frightening. The sub-agents in the process of foreign employment industry have to be regularized in an immediate manner. For this, the national government should take initiative.
This problem is not only in Punjab, this problem is in Tamil Nadu, it is in Kerala, it is in Andhra, it is in Maharashtra, and it will slowly spread all over India. If the government of India itself makes a law, then the entire objection that the state government is not authorized or empowered to make this regulatory law will finish. And there will be a uniformity of approach. Once there is a central enactment, the state government, its administrative machinery, its police force will conscientiously have to work on implementation of that law, and it will have more teeth. There will be provisions of punishment, There will be provisions for taking the matter to court, like any other offence, and synchronized activity will take place through the medium of the courts.
Any attempt to remove sub-agents from the system will create more chaotic situations. It is ideal to admit their role in the recruitment process. We have to acknowledge their contributions to facilitate the recruitment process for millions of potential migrant workers.
Sub-agents are the major boost for the migrant workers, but they are being misused. Whenever there is a problem comes, everybody use them as to put their crime behind that, like any crimes. Otherwise, some of the sub-agents are doing very well. Make them as a openly they should work. Now you are blaming them not openly, you are blaming them background. You should recognize them, and they will play a major role. They will boost not only migrant, they will boost orderly safe migration, because they know they are sending now.
But there should be a mechanism to regularize the activities of sub-agents. The recruitment sector will benefit by registering them to a system and giving them a proper identification. Ultimately, that will benefit millions of poor migrant workers.
Intermediate agents must also be brought under the law, and because they are not yet registered with the central government, there is no legislation right now to control them. So the moment we get a complaint, we are passing it on to the state government to take action against them, where they have even trafficked the people or they have sent them directly, not even through a registered agent. Because if a registered agent recruits them, we can surely take punitive action or action to abate the grievance of the immigrant. But in this case, there is nobody. So I feel that there is a need to bring them under some ambit of law, but voluntarily.
Since the late 1990s, there was a realization that labor recruiters are very important in the world of work, and therefore several international instruments have been developed. One is the Convention 181 on recruitment and employment agencies, and then more recently, only last year, there are these principles and guidelines on fair recruitment. So these offer a series of guidelines and tools which governments can use to better regulate the way that recruitment processes are happening without necessarily criminalizing the labor recruiters. However, creating a mechanism of accountability, which is very important for a fair migration outcome.
While the debate is going on internationally and is a part of the Safe Migration slogan, sub-agents claim that recruiting agents would not be able to reach potential migrants without their services.
If we want to survive, if a license holder wants to survive, definitely must create at least 100 sub-agents in 100 villages to bring people. So if I am a sub-agent in a particular village, naturally they will trust me because I am having an acre of land, I am a respected person in the village. They will see me first, not a license holder. Even if he is a billionaire, he will not go and give passport to him. Definitely he will come to him. Bhaskarana, please send him.
Maybe RA from Bombay, from Delhi, from Cochin, from somewhere else. This interior rural guy doesn't know anything. They don't know him. They don't know any company. They know me. They trust me. This is the best role which we are doing. We are not eating their money. Okay, we take interest. That's just for a small amount. We take a small fee.
In reality, sub-agents help potential migrants to find jobs and help agencies to find potential migrants in a more timely fashion. Their role cannot be denied, and some of the workers shower compliments for their service.
लोकल एजेंटों के पास एक ऐसा बात है ना, फोन तो रिसीव करता है, दूर वाला तो फोन भी नहीं रिसीव करता है, पैसा मिल गया पर फोन भी उठाता नहीं है.
आदमी तो सही है, जो बोला, जो पगार बोला वही है, जो काम बोला वही है, बस उसका ऊपर मैं रोने का नहीं.
ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਏਜੰਟ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਪ ਦੀ ਪਿੰਡ ਦਾ ਹੀ, ਸਾਡੇ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦਾ ਹੀ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੂਰਾ ਮਾਣ ਤੇ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੀ ਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ.
എനിക്ക് അവർ കാശ് തന്നില്ലെങ്കിലും എൻ്റെ കാശ് തന്നു, ഞാൻ
അതിൽ നന്ദി വാക്ക് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങളെല്ലാവരുടെയും സഹായത്താൽ ഞാൻ എത്തി എൻ്റെ ഉമ്മായെ കണ്ടതിൽ വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷിക്കുന്നു.
आज मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. क्यों 21 साल से मैं बाहर हूँ, सऊदी अरब में गया, उधर से बेटी को पढ़ाई किया अच्छा तरफ से, अच्छा पढ़ाई किया. पढ़ाई करने के बाद अभी ये साल में अभी कल शादी किया था. अपने बच्चों के लिए प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, इसलिए उधर फिर दोबारा गया, दोबारा ऐसे ऐसे जाके आ रहा हूँ.
Indian communities are well connected through religion, caste, profession, or passion. Everybody is somebody's friend.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. A sub-agent is existing in all fields,
but the existence needs the government's support and attention.
I still feel proud of being an agent, definitely.